Kia ora, bros and girls. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do things a bit differently this month. We're just going to go through the boss fights. This might be easier because you guys probably skipped through all the first content anyway. So the first one we have is Miles. He's on the Limber node, special 1 bias, enhanced fury. But the main thing about him is the rage. The rage makes him a little bit hard. So I kind of got caught out on my first round with this. Came in with Aegon and Corvus and Star-Lord pretty hot, but that quickly put him into an unblockable state, and I got absolutely smashed. So there's a few good options for this guy. Obviously, the best options are damage over time. So I've come back here with some 4 stars, trying to make this kind of as easy as possible and as accessible as possible to everyone. So this one, this first part of the fight, I used a 4-star rank for Archangel. He is duped, which kind of goes away from his, kind of stops his evade a little bit, but it doesn't really stop the limber. Of course, there's other really good options, like, let's say, Dr. Voodoo is going to be fantastic for this fight as well, because he can get rid of the Fury buffs, which means he won't ever reach 5, which means he won't ever go unblockable. You also have Void. Void is a great damage over time. All you got to do is just, kind of keep away, and then drain his power. Omega would also be a good option if you have an Omega that is awakened. He would be fantastic with that degeneration. Other really good options would be probably Symbiote Supreme if you can hit SP3, or even the SP1, and then all of a sudden you can just stack those bleeds and do the damage over time. The main thing about this is not pushing him to his unblockable with those furies. So not hitting him past the cap, which is 2.5%. If you go past the cap, he hits the fury, and if he gets 5, he becomes unblockable. He becomes really difficult to deal with. So either you can get rid of those buffs straight away, like with a Dr. Voodoo or a Scarlet Witch or a Symbiote Supreme. And if you can nullify those buffs, then he will never go to unblockable. Or don't do higher than the cap damage anyway. Or just be really pro and never get hit. Now, the fact of the matter is, I found the most success with champs, with lower level champs that don't do a lot of damage but deal a lot of damage over time. So my kind of go-to for this one was my 4-star rank for Archangel, my 4-star maxed Void, and my 4-star maxed Dr. Voodoo. Those were the best options for me. Any damage over time champ though will work for you. I came in here with a maxed 5-star Aegon and a 5 rank 4 Corvus Glaive, and I had a less success because you're still not going to do the damage that you need to do, because no matter how hard they hit, they can only hit 2.5%. So in my third run, I used one more option actually that I forgot to mention is Domino with the Red Hulk and Massacre synergy. Domino with Massacre gives you +1 second to all your debuffs. So basically you can play around that immune node, around that limber node. So when you parry, even when all your limbers are up, you are still going to get 1 second of parry. With the Red Hulk synergy as well, what she can do is she can cause incinerate damage on your heavy. So all you gotta do is parry heavy, and that incinerate damage will be incredible. And because it does damage over time, it probably won't reach the cap. But also she's got an amazing bleed on her SP2. Yeah, sure, it does a few hits, but if you get to 1 SP2, this guy's gonna be pretty dead anyway. I didn't get to test it out. I actually do have all 3 of those in 4-star, very low version. I didn't get to test them out because I wanted to experiment with Dr. Voodoo to see if I could hit him and then get rid of those Fury buffs. And it seemed to work pretty well. And also, you're able to get that poison from the buffs, so you're able to deal him quite a bit of damage, as you can see. So he had a Fury buff there. It's all gone. He's bleeding now in poison, and I can just stand there and watch them. Now, of course, I do get hit here. I get clipped. I wasn't playing very well, but the idea or the concept is the same. You don't really need a super roster for this. You just need a few of the right champs. There are plenty of damage over time champs in the game, so just using one of those will make this guy a whole lot easier. If you haven't already completed him. If you have completed him, then you're probably not watching this video. So yeah, I hope this helps you out, guys. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next one. All right. Kakitiano, bros and girls.